Got to thinking. Maybe I'm the Dragonborn, and I just don't know it yet.
These damn bears are driving me crazy! Nice to finally meet someone who can follow simple instructions. Here's your reward, as promised. Now if you'll excuse me, I have to get back to work. If you get a chance, kill a few more bears for me, will you?
May the gods watch over your battles, friend.
Now that our ghost has been unmasked, I hope we see more visitors in town than just the occasional pilgrim. The Greybeards are a solitary lot. I don't think they've ever ventured outside their monastery. We get the occasional pilgrim passing through here on their way to the summit, but almost all of them have returned disappointed. If you pass through again, stop by for a drink.
Yes, boss? You are? Fantastic news. I'll mark it on your map. And here's the key. Oh, I can't wait to get going. I've got your bag.
Khajiit welcomes you, and also your coin. I welcome you, friend. Take a look. May your road lead you to warm sands.
The roads of Skyrim lead to many dangers.
Well, of course. Not with an attitude like that.
The
ground is practically frozen. We can't dig down far enough.
Come on, we just need a little elbow grease. We could always use help picking crops if you need a few extra coins.
Frida is certainly grading, but she pays well. Thankfully, nobody from the city can see me out here.
Nothing tastes better than honest pay for honest work.
Of course, working for Frida isn't my first choice. But what else can a Dunmer do out here? My sister and I both work for the Nords. Our brother is ashamed of us, but at least we can afford to eat.
Hi, lady. Would you like to buy some flowers? Please? Not much, but I hope you like them. They're dead. My mama died when I was little. I don't remember her very well. My father was a Stormcloak soldier. One day he left and didn't come back. I'm all alone. I try to sell flowers so I can buy food. It's not much, but what else can I do? Thanks. Thanks for talking to me.
Good afternoon. I'll be right behind you.
I wish the Nords, Argonians, Dark Elves, and Windhelm got along.
If you're looking for passage to Solstheim, too bad. I'm not going back there anymore.
Hire a boat?
You should unload some of that unwanted gear. Head over to Sadri's used wares. Talk to the elf.
I've never known a less friendly city than Windhelm. let's not stay.
If you're looking for passage to Solstheim, too bad. I'm not going back there anymore. Sure. Yeah, that's me. Why? Who sent you? Now, hold on. That wasn't my fault. I didn't know they were going to attack anybody. I don't even know how I got here. It's hard to explain. I remember those people with the masks coming on board. Then, the next thing I remember, I was here, and they were gone. That's not right, losing whole days like that. There's been something strange going on there for a while. But after this, I'm done. I'm not going back to Solstheim. Have you been listening to me? I'm not going back there. All right, you have a point. Taking you back to find out who sent them is the least I can do. Besides, maybe you can put a stop to whatever's going on over there. I owe them a bit of payback myself. Well, here we are. This is RavensRock. Can't say I'm all that glad to see it again. Good luck. Maybe you can figure out what's going on around here.
So, this is RavensRock, eh? Not all that much to look
I
at.
don't recognize you. So I'll assume this is your first visit to RavensRock, Outlander. State your intentions. You've picked one of the worst places in Morrowind to do that, but suit yourself. Just remember, RavensRock is sovereign territory of House Redoran. This is Morrowind, not Skyrim. While you're here, you will be expected to abide by our laws. Any questions?
Next here on Solstheim at the end of the Third Era, as part of the blood
Giollan.
prophecy.
I was starting to
The
wonder what...
Reverend saw him off, of course.
We were delayed by bad weather. Before you even asked.
What can I do for you, my friend?
Have the supplies you requested.
I'll be right behind you.
But
Northern Maiden is
I've got your back.
ready to go.
Lead on.
Yep. Your visit here would be I'm unsure. I swear I know the name, but I cannot place it.
RavensRock.
I don't think so. I'm not... The name has something to do with the Earthstone, I think, but I'm not sure what. I have to be. As second counselor, the security of RavensRock is my primary concern. This isn't exactly the city of Blacklight. We're on the frontier out here. We've had more than a fair share of troubles. After all we've been through together, I refuse to let Councillor Morvain down. Councillor Morvain is House Redoran's representative on Solstheim. As second councillor, it's my job to support him and make certain his rule is enforced. Remember, we're watching you. I've sworn to keep Councillor Morvain. RavensRock started out as an imperial settlement. But the Empire decided to abandon it, just as my people were first setting foot here. They left the town a shambles. But when House Redoran took over, we turned it around and it became ours. And even if it's been a struggle to make this island livable, we're proud to call it home. Your ignorance of our homeland doesn't surprise me. It's the capital of Morrowind. Been that way ever since Mournhold was sacked by the Argonians. I don't visit there often anymore, but we still get the occasional supply ship and visitors from there. Quite a while ago, yes. They cut a bloody swath across most of the southern region of Morrowind. Nobody seems certain why it happened. An attempted expansion? Revenge for the enslavement of their people? Or perhaps both? Whatever the case may be, thousands of gunmen needlessly lost their lives. Many more were exiled from their homeland. After all these years, they're gouging us for every last drake we have.
If you're looking for passage,
come see what...
All right, then.
You think you have it bad? Try walking the bulwark at night. Not much contact with others around here. Got the Skull village to the north, but the Nords there keep to themselves.
Once was a hero named Lucien Flavius, whose singing and writing and looks were just marvelous.
There's nothing beyond the bulwark, except wild Nords and ash wastes.
The entire island isn't covered in ash, you know. They have huge ice fields up north, and it's freezing up there. You lost?
You look able to venture outside of town. Perhaps you could help me recover something precious that was lost.
Next month's expenses. Will we have enough?
A few months ago, I had sent an important folio to the first edition bookshop in the Imperial City to be rebound. They sent it back to me recently, but it never arrived.
Coppers are running low, Counselor. At this
Yes, the Strident Squall, or something like that.
It doesn't matter.
The damn thing sunk right off the coast of Solstheim. Can you imagine?
Whatever sacrifices are necessary to keep
One of
them
the
alive.
sailors survived. Poor thing crawled all the way to RavensRock on his hands and knees. Before he died, he told the Redoran Guard about the wreck, and warned us that it was going to be crawling with reavers. Thank you. You have no idea how much it hurts losing such a precious heirloom. My husband is second counselor, so I certainly have the means to reward you if you find my folio.
Your visit here would be
May I have a word with you,
as long as
Counselor?
you abide by our law.
Of course.
Otherwise, you'll answer
What
to the
troubles
Redoran
you?
Guard.
I was concerned about our food stores. Jalan can only carry so much on each journey, and I'm afraid we might run out.
I'll speak with Garen and see if we can't increase the crop production this season. Sorry, Sinderi. I fear we'll be feasting on ash yams a bit more often this year. On behalf of House Redorin and as Councillor of RavensRock, I bid you welcome. Do I? What a strange thing. It sounds so familiar, and yet I cannot place the name. I'm not even sure. I can picture a temple, here on Solstheim. Must have been a bad dream. You've never heard of House Redorin? We're the mightiest of the great houses, and we lead the Council, the ruling body of Morrowind. This isn't Skyrim, Outlander. A group of powerful and influential Dunmer families have been ruling Morrowind for millennia. They embody a council made up of 5 great houses: Telvanni, Dres, Endoral, Sadras, and Redorin. Well, of course, with 4 other houses on the council, someone has to keep the rabble organized. Our house leads the council by virtue of our preeminence in battle, wisdom, and ancestral glory. Yes, I imagine it would to someone not of our people. If you're interested in pursuing the subject, help yourself to any of the historical volumes in my library. Solstheim is theoretically under my rule, but without revenue from the mine, I lack the resources to actually govern anything but RavensRock itself. Not that there's much beyond the confines of our town anyway. Well, there's a small enclave of Nords to the north in Skarl village. They pretty much keep to themselves, and we both like it that way. Then there's Tel Mithrin to the east. The Telvanni live out there. Sort of a strange lot. But since we're both from Morrowind, we get along. Other than that, Solstheim is crawling with bandits and reeklings. But that's to be expected living in a frontier like this. It used to be one of the richest ebony mines in Morrowind, but it dried out years ago. Now, we're barely holding out here. Without the mine, RavensRock doesn't feel like it can last much longer. My doors are open if you wish to discuss matters involving RavensRock.
Mallory over at the Ironth farm should be still mixing potions if you're seeking that sort of thing. Far west end of town.
If you've got any gripes, check in at Morvain Manor. Second Councillor Arano will sort you out.
Excuse me, but the temple is for followers of our faith alone. Outsiders aren't welcome here. Mirag. It sounds very familiar. Not someone here, but I'm not sure I can recall. I can't be sure. I know I've heard that name, but it doesn't feel real. Does that make any sense?
Non-believers are never welcome here.
If you find yourself in the ash wastes, keep your eye to the ground. Ash spawn like to spring up from nowhere.
If they desire salvation, the citizens of RavensRock need to open their eyes and their pockets. This may be the frontier, but we've still got rules. Break them and you'll wind up in the prisons.
RavensRock was actually founded by the East Empire Company because of all the ebony ore here. Whatever the Dunmer say, the Empire made this place.
Miserable. Just miserable. Oh, I hate this place. I think so, but I'm not sure where I heard the name. I don't know why, but I'm thinking about a temple here on the island. Maybe it was just a bad dream. Don't like it. I hate it. Every day it's the same thing. We open the shop, we hardly sell a thing, we close the shop and go to sleep. What kind of a life is that? Oh, believe me, I'd be on the first ship off this miserable island if I could. But I'm not sure I could do that to my father. I think it would break his heart. We've already lost my mother. I don't want to leave him alone. We lived in a settlement, perhaps a league from the border of Black Marsh, the homeland of the Argonians. Even though the Argonian invasion ended a long time ago, there are still a few scale-skinned clans that live within our borders. To put it simply, they attacked our settlement and slaughtered almost everyone. It was horrible. Keep yourself safe. Solstheim's still a dangerous place.
I hate to break it to you, but there isn't a scrap of ebony left in the mines. You might want to just move on. If you need a ride back to the mainland, Jalin's the only way off this rock.
Master calls.
The idle mind sleeps.
The Master calls.
I am his
He draws near.
The idle mind sleeps.
The Master calls. The idle mind sleeps.
He draws near.
I am his hands.
The idle mind sleeps. The Master calls.
Here in his shrine.
That they have forgotten.
There's something wrong here.
Here do we toil.
That we might remember.
By night we reclaim. What by day was stolen.
Far from it grows ever near to us.
Our eyes once were blinded.
You there. You don't seem to be in quite the same state as the others here. Very interesting. May I ask what it is you're doing here? Mirror. It sounds familiar, and yet I can't quite place... Oh, wait, I recall. That makes very little sense. Mirror's been dead for thousands of years. I'm not sure, but it is fascinating, isn't it? Perhaps it has some relation to what's going on here. Quite unexpected. I'm afraid I can't give you any answers, but there are ruins of an ancient temple of Mirax toward the center of the island. If I were you, I'd look
there. Building something, clearly. And yet they don't seem to have much to say about it. I'm very interested to find out what happens when they finish. Certainly not. Doing so would interfere with whatever is going on, and I would be unable to see how this all turns out. There is the big island of Ardenfell and the coastal mainland. House Telvanni has its properties on Vardenfell. I've never been to the mainland myself. Red Mountain dominates the island. Every now and then, ash and debris from an eruption land on our shore.
Far from ourselves.
The ignorant think it is only a place of ash and lava. It has rolling green plains and swamps and verdant hills, too. You are too young to remember the Nerevari. He defeated Dagorthur and saved us all from the Blight. Are we done? I thought so.
Now through them does he speak.
And when the world shall listen.
And when the world shall see.
And when...
That seems inadvisable. Oh, fascinating. By touching the stone, you appear to have fallen under whatever influence is affecting the others.
in my shrine. That you
I wonder how
have
long this
forgotten.
effect will last. Perhaps it is permanent, as with the others.
That you might remember.
That would... Ah, so you are able to resist the effect by exerting your will. Fascinating. I would not advise touching the stone again. The effects of repeated contact could be... Unless, of course, you'd like to contribute to my investigation, which could be very enlightening to observe.
By night, we reclaim.
I wonder if a dragon could be captured alive. It would make a fascinating test subject.
What by day was stolen.
Far from ourselves.
What do you need? And away we go.
Our eyes once were blinded.
Now through him do we see.
Our hands once were idle. Now through them does he speak.
Do you mind?
furious again.
Thanks. I wasn't sure I'd make it off this farm alive. I wish I could have said the same for my man here. Some of the Veteran Guard have taken to calling them ash spawn. Me, I don't care what they're called. All I know is they're a danger to RavensRock and they need to be stopped. I was going to search for clues that might lead me to wherever they're coming from. I know it isn't the best place to start, but we know they've been coming from this direction. Good. I can use all the help I can get. Besides, I don't feel comfortable leaving RavensRock behind, and I'd hate to lose any more Veteran Guard. We were searching the farm when the ash spawn ambushed us. Have a look around and see if you can turn up anything useful. No one knows, really. Superstitious folks say they're the risen forms of those that died long ago, but I'm not so certain. They started attacking the bulwark a few weeks ago. My men were able to kill them, but they keep coming back. We've had 2 other assaults on the bulwark, at different spots on the wall. I know it sounds crazy, but it's almost like they're becoming more organized and probing it for weaknesses. Exactly. Something has to be directing them against us, and we need to find out who or what it is. I might know someone, or maybe not. I can't remember. I can't. I just can't be sure. I think maybe he had something to do with a temple. A temple here on the island. Does that help? I don't. All I know is that the ash spawn are coming from this direction, so this is as good a place to start as anywhere else. Good thing the farm's been abandoned for a long time. I'd hate to see what they would do to an unarmed farmer and his family. Not sure. I was told it was an old Imperial farm that was wiped out by the eruption of the Red Mountain. Not certain who lived there. It was already a pile of rubble when I arrived in RavensRock. Report back to me if you discover anything unusual. Have you found something? This is strange. The note says it's from General Folks Carius, but that's impossible. Well, Carius was the Imperial garrison commander at Fort Frostmoth, but he died over 200 years ago when the Red Mountain leveled the place. There's no way he could still be alive. If General Carius is still alive, there must be something keeping him that way. I need you to head out to Fort Frostmoth and check it out. I'm gonna head back to RavensRock and prepare the men for further assaults. Be careful. This General Carius sounds out of his mind.
Look! A snowflake! Look! Another snowflake! That was good.
Huh?
And the braggart named Ragnar was boastful no more when his ugly red head rolled around on the floor.
Lucien Flavius, reporting for duty. Take whatever you need. Right behind you.
I'm right behind you. How can I serve you, my Thane? You lead, I'll follow.
Somebody, help! Someone, do something!
If you're looking for passage, talk to Captain Gallon.
The Northern Maiden is ship-shape and ready to go.
Good enough. Move along, Outlander.
Misery? I'll give you misery. Try getting assigned to scrape neck scum off the front of the bulwark.
Squatting.
Not much contact with others around here. Got the Skull village to the north, but the Nords there keep to themselves. Over here! If you're looking for supplies, talk to Thetis. He'll set you up with whatever you need.
I'll give you this warning only once. Stay out of my way, and we'll do... No, wait. I recognize the name, but I'm not sure why. I don't know. I feel strange just thinking about it. A temple, maybe. Here on the island, something about a temple? Until next time.
Excuse me, Captain. Do you have any plans for the west end of... I work for Mokro. You got a problem, you talk to him.
If you're
If I had the
dealing with
resources
me,
at my
there's
disposal,
only one thing to know. Pay your debts. I'll be not hurt.
I know you're doing everything you can.
Tell you what, I'll make sure we have a permanent foot patrol over there. The least I can.
Welcome to the Great Rock, Traveler. Could I interest you in any fine ash-grown food?
Oh, come on. You know me, Captain Bellet. My hands are clean.
Yes. See that they stay that way, or else I'll send you back to Skyrim in a crate. You understand me?
Yes,
It may
sir,
be dead now,
Captain
but
Bellet,
where
sir.
did it come from? By the gods. That's not someone who lives in RavensRock, I don't think. But maybe. I can't help but think of some sort of temple on the island. Why would that be?
It's like the
next
ancient
time?
legends. Dragonborn.
It's like the ancient legends. Dragonborn.
careful.
Modin Veleth, captain of the Redoran Guard, at your service. Be careful. This General Curious sounds out of his mind.
If you're looking for passage, talk to Captain Giallo.